Hi everybody, this is Tina from Tina's Messy Crafty Life. How are you? I hope you're good. I'm here with another upcycle project. And this one is brought to you by my cousin Connie. She's a scrap metaler. She goes around, picks up people's scrap metal, and she recycles it. And sometimes she'll come across stuff that she'll know that I can upcycle. And I had some metal that I was getting rid of that we didn't need, and she came and picked it up, and she left me this little surprise. So you have this little log cottage with a moose, and that's what she said through her, because my mom liked mooses. And my mom started Connie's bear collection when she was a little girl, and she still has it. So she brought me this. She thought of my mom, and she figured maybe I could fix it. She doesn't want it back. She told me to put it in my yard because she says it'd be better there. So we have this little bear, but he's broke, so I will glue him. And then we have this little bear, whoops, whose little paw came off. I can glue that. And then we have this. And then this piece sits on the next thing I'm going to walk over and show you. I washed it. I started this video before I did anything to it. And for some reason, I don't know why I didn't stay. But here it is. It's a little cottage. And on it says, early bird, early to rise, early to bed, early to rise, fish all day, make up lies. So it's a little cottage, and it's got a little net, and the little boot I think goes right here or hangs somewhere, but down here the little bears go. So I'm working to, oh cool, it'll peel right off. So I just washed it and letting it dry in the sun. Then up here was just full of those. See them? So I got them washed out. This comes up, and I got that all clean, and now I'm just letting it sit here to dry in the sun because we got hot weather. I'll go in and I'll glue the parts for the little knickknacks, and I'll put them back on there, and then I'll have a lawn decoration. So I just thought I'd share that with you, and then I'll share it with you once I get it all better. Here's my good looking son over there. He's hard to see. He's way over there in the door, closing the door over there. That's my boy. But I thought I'd share some other things I did this week, or past it. So my hand is doing so I've been doing little projects that I can work. So you see how that circle, isn't that weird? It's all because of the pine tree. This one. Excuse me. So inside this circle was that stuff. So I sat 2 days and I weeded all this out. And then on Saturday, me and Scott went to the waste yard, and we got wood chips and we put it around there. And I put my hostas in. There I did this one over here as well. And did that one. I think it just looks so better. Then this week's project, if it wasn't so hot, we had two berry bushes that were here. My sister-in-law wanted some to go down to her house, so I had her take them out from here because I have a whole bunch on the back property line. So, and then I'm gonna weed all this out, and then over here my mother-in-law planted this stuff. I have no idea what it is. I like it. It's really pretty green. So I'm gonna take a bunch and transplant over here. My son said he'll come up and rototill this up for me a little bit and plant some of that, and hopefully that'll spread in the next year or two. If not, so Scott, I'm gonna try to grow some grass to further into the tree, and then maybe put some bricks like around that tree around here, and then do wood chips. And I moved the island. The island was here. My grass is coming in so. Yeah, it was here, and I moved it over here. My mother-in-law always wanted it moved, and right now I got some yucca plants growing. I got this plant, I have no idea, but I wouldn't mind any more of that. And I got some hostas in here. I still want to do something more in here. I do have to get in here and weed. I just don't know. I want greens in here, and then maybe buy some flowers that I can put in, you know, that are just yearly. But this is my memorial garden to our parents. Scott's mom, Scott's dad, and my mom. And then over here, my son dug up this rose from his yard for me. Well, luckily I have somebody that does plants for a living and lawn care and all that, and because I planted it here. But she looks, we're calling this Mr. Lewis because that was Mr. Lewis's house over there that my son bought. Sorry, this came out of Mr. Lewis. So this is Mr. Lewis. Well, Mr. Lewis went into shock. Roses go into shock. John said I could plant it, but they will go in shock, not to panic, because there's still a lot of life in her, or him, sorry. I mean, look at how dark these are. They were really pretty because they did have blooms on them. To continue water and fertilizer, he'll come back because he's got life. But plants, I guess, roses can go into shock and it's like going still, but they still will grow. And a ladder came from a buddy of mine, that's 2 houses down. I made a comment, I need a ladder. So he came back with this big ladder. That's the back part of my lot. These are the berries. I think they're honeysuckles or something. They're berry, I don't know. But the birds just love them. We have a yard full. We're gonna start clearing this out a little bit in the fall. I told Scott I want to clear a lot of this. I want further in the back and not so much up front. And we're trying to figure out, they got buds, so I must be doing something right. We just don't know what they are. I can't wait to see what they come up as. Because my mother-in-law planted all this. Like I said, my neighbor's brother, who does lawn care, gardening for a big thing called EAA here in Wisconsin. Planes fly in for like a week. He does all their lawn and plants, flowers, shrubs, what you name it. He said next fall to kind of come in and take some of this out, because this will grow better if it's not so thick. So that's my job for the fall. Right there, all that green. But I got buds coming up, the first time in a long time. And I think it's because we got so much rain, is all we can think of, because everybody's is like that this year. So we come across over here, and my ladder broke in a storm, this red one. I was gonna throw it away, and Scott's like, why? I can just cut it. So Scott cut the ladder. And that's how the conversation with Jeremy came in about a ladder. So my ladder broke. And so he brings me this ladder. It was huge. This part right here was connected to that part. So Scott cut it down, and I have it leaning against a tree, and the little bear is climbing up. I wish they had double faces so like one could be on the other side, but they don't. I got them at a church sale for $1. And there's my bike that lights up. I moved the bike up here this year. So, but then let's go into my front yard. It's a work in progress, everybody. Oh, and over here, along my garage, don't look at the back of my garage because that's a question in itself. I have to figure something better out for that. These my neighbor gave me last year. I got one bloom flower, but John told me I put too many in one spot. So he said this fall, separate. He said maybe take them in the, because I got, what did he count? 1, 2, 3, 4 here, just in that little spot. So if I separate them a little bit, they'll come up more. This is a flower that'll bloom with little orange flowers, he told me. So that's more like a fall flower. This is a nightmare for me. But I got this is chives growing. This is flowers that kind of decided to come in here. And onion things my father-in-law had. Thought that was a weed. Nope, it's a wildflower. Because that's, oh, look at, I got some wildflowers finally popping. This is Riley's garden, I call it. Because I gave Riley some flower seeds and told her to have fun. Because I still don't know what I want to do in this spot. So I realized, oh look, and see I got yellow coming up over here. See, some of the seeds with the rain I think came over here, or I'll be quite honest, Riley could have put seeds in here for all I know. I just let her have fun. I didn't care. I'm that time of grandma. Here's some seeds, have fun. Or I should say now. So we got white ones coming up, which is so cool. But the rest, they're supposed to attract butterflies and hummingbirds. That's all I know is the seed packets. I got them from the Dollar Tree, so we'll see. It doesn't look too great right now, but you never know. So then over here, planted some rose bushes. This is the one Scott bought me. That one's Riley. And then that had a couple roses on it. This is Lakota. Diamond got me this one. And, actually, Scott bought me this one too. I bought it. I don't remember. I got 3 of them. It's got buds coming, so that's a good sign. This is one that Diamond got me for Mother's Day. I do know that. So I named them Allie, Lakota, Riley. And I said I'll have to get one for Sosalia. So over here, I hate this spot in my yard. It doesn't like to grow grass, but we're gonna rototill this spot up next fall. My son's gonna come over with the rototiller and rototill it up real good. Plant grass seed, because John, like I said, is a good guy, good neighbor to have. Childhood friend of Scott. As a matter of fact, his mom lives over there and she's 94 years old. Told me, have Scott rototill this real good. Put grass seed in it in the fall. Let it sit all winter and it should pop in the spring. So we're gonna do that because I hate how that looks. But this spot between the trees, right here, my father-in-law planted these the year Scott was born. This is Annette, after his sister, and this is Scott. That's what he told me. And so here, my mother-in-law had hostas in this, they call this angel something, green stuff. Well, I took the hostas out and put them around my tree. I think they look better there. If you can see, I got something going here. See that? And then it kind of open, because I'll show you in a second. So what I did is I did this all by hand, and God, my hand is so swelled up this week, so I ain't doing squat this week. And it's really warm. So took some of that and put it along there because I want that all to spread out, and John said it will. You know, I water it every day, but right now we're expecting rain tonight, so I don't have to water. But this on the back side to here, look at this, will be me and Scott's next project. Sorry, I'm skipping and I'll mention again. We got some wood. They're gonna go too high this way and right up to under the downspout right here. And we're gonna have sod. And I can bring my plants up there. So that's that, and that hosta will be moved. And hopefully I can get some grass in here area too in the fall. We're gonna rototill it too. So, and the same thing over here. I got the wood already. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go wood to the end of the house and fill with sod and bring the plants up into my decorations. So that's our next big project, but it's getting too warm, so we might do that in the fall. So back over to what I planted between the trees over there. My neighbor gave me these. She wanted to thin these out. She said I could come over and dig the roots up. So Scott did it for me. We have a few more to get on the side of her house. These, aren't they pretty? They will come in whiter. So that will will eventually grow between the two trees. And then I moved my pot over here with flowers, with some, that's all flowers in there. Oh, I forgot to put my milk can away back. So my milk can, because I wanted, there were trees there in those spots. My father-in-law cut them down a few years ago. And it just looked empty to me. So I have a flagpole that eventually is going to be here. I put my big pot and then a milk can. Eventually I want to find another one like that and put it there. But that's down the road. Because I haven't found one. And I might have to buy a whole 2 different ones to match. But if I could find like the same size, even in the same kind of type, it wouldn't matter to me. But I want the same look, you know, that barrel look. So, I'm going to go back over here. Oh, and I put I needed something right there on the edge of the garage, so I put that flower there. Then over here is another spot. Scott said I can come out about a foot, like about the length of my foot, and do something if I want on either side. So that's a future thing too. And that's that thing I redid. Right there, I put it there. And let's see, oh, These, I hate these, but Scott won't let me take them out. They drive me crazy. They're they're good for birds, that's it. But he did say his sister wants gonna take this one. She's gonna come back next week and grab this one. And this one. Because we don't clear the corner here a little bit. But then we're gonna leave all that there. Because I would like this all. Look at, wash my house. We got wash, and I gotta paint. See, this thing's being a homeowner, you notice. I want to paint the edge a little bit. Like all those windows have to be painted. They haven't been touched probably since Scott's mom passed away. So my father-in-law kind of gave up on stuff after that. And the shaker porch, I like to paint black. I was gonna do silver, and Scott said black. So if I can get Scott to do it, I don't care what color it is. As long as it doesn't look like, it is that rusted look, you know, it looks kind of good. It's one of those things. And so that is my yard, everybody, and that's what I've been up to, and that's why I'm always outside. Like, this is the newest project for me I'm gonna work on, but it's gonna be in the 90s today, so I am not technically gonna be outside working on anything. So I decided to do the upcycle project. I may go live to work on it. It's hard to do that bigger stuff on camera. So, but this is how I sit in my swing. As I'm rocking right now, you can tell. And look at my yard. I kind of like that, and I go like that, and I watch the birds. I got baby bunnies over alongside the garage. I saw them this morning. They're so cute, baby bunnies. And that, like I said, that over there, that house, the greener house over there is my son's. And I let his dogs out. What time is it? Well, he was still home, so about between 3 and 4, I'll go over and let the boys out. And then Chantel gets home at 6:30. And then we play for a little while. But that's my yard. There's a lot to be done, but it's coming along. That's my shed. Oh, I put those butterflies. I don't know if you can see it right there. Those were a spinner I got last year. I'll walk up to it. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, I lost a butterfly. See, I'm bragging, showing you what I did with them. And one's off. I'll have to fix it. But these butterflies on my shed were a spinner. And they were breaking off. Instead of throwing them away, I put them on my shed. And I used alien tape to put them on. Oops, move that down. And usually that don't come off, so I might have to put more. So that's what I did. Put them on my shed. I want to get some for up there though. Here we go. That is my shed. That is all Tina's shed. That holds all my holiday stuff and all my outdoor stuff. Because I put this all away in September. It takes me a day and a half. It all depends how fast I work. Some days, you know, I don't go all out, you know. I just kind of like, okay, I'll take down the balloons and the wind chimes today. And I'll do that. And then I'm like, okay, I'll take down the little gnome ornaments or all that, you know, all those little things. Then I put the swings away, because I put these the swings right there, I put them away every year. And my spinners, I wish I didn't do that last year, because I like watching them spin, because I sit out on my swing all year long. And I'm like, oh, I wish I would have put my spinners away, because I tell you, snow did havoc on them. So this year, my newest one is the one that's by the Memorial Garden. Look right there, that's the shepherd hook. You can kind of go back and see. Scott bought me that at Aldi's. That is getting put away this year. But, and then I laugh. Those flowers in the wishing well. You see right there? Oh, I just realized I can do that on my phone and still record. Those flowers in my wishing well are fake. They came blowing in my yard. I want two neighbors on each side of us and across the street, and nobody knows where they came from. So I stuck them in my wishing well. But if you see that spinner right there, it's hard to kind of see that blue thing. That's my newest spinner Scott bought me. I'll put that away this winter. Oh, if you look over here, oops, hang on. See that wind chime? That used to be hanging with those wind chimes up there. Right there. The limb fell and broke off the cord. See the cord laying there? Oh, it's right there by the gnomes, the white cord. Anna, I could lower it and bring them up. So we came home Saturday and it was laying on the ground from the wind. It finally broke. So Scott's gonna pick another limb, bring it up so I can hang that wind chime back up. He just hasn't had time. Let's put it this way. Scott took the weekend off this weekend. We went and bought a new seat because we went for a long ride 2 weeks ago, I want to say, all the way up to the tip of Door County to look across at Washington Island. You can Google it, Washington Island, Door County, Wisconsin. And there's a ferry that goes back and forth. It's kind of cool. So we're gonna go do that, go up there in August on our anniversary. And Diamond looked at lodging today for me. There's nothing on Washington Islands, but there's something within like 10 minutes from it because we want to go up the day before and go across. The ferry starts at 8 o'clock and it shuts down by 6. So we want to go early enough that we can go look at the whole island on our bike. And we're going to spend a night up there, or 2. So my butt hurts so much on that seat. So they had a big Father's Day special at the Harley dealership here in town, and they had sent out a flyer. So Scott and I got on the bike Saturday. They had it Saturday. Sunday they were closed because of Father's Day. And I thought it was pretty cool that they closed on Father's Day for all fathers and their employees. So we went Saturday, looked in a seat, told the guy what was happening. So he's like, "You got your bike here?" And we're like, "Yeah." So they brought went out to the parking lot, brought our bike into the shop, measured the space. We found out the seat for me is not even the seat that came with the bike. And we don't know where the original was. So, because the original would be like the one that I'm getting. And they measured it, found me, because me and Scott's bike is not, I think it's a 2003, so sometimes it's hard to still get parts. Especially when it comes like to seats, so you might have to get them custom made, and that's what they were checking. They have a guy that does that. So, and the guy that does that was actually in, and he found the seat in the catalog that's actually made by Harley Davidson that will fit that bike and will be softer. Because, oh my God, I told Scott, I can't use this seat to ride. It hurts so bad. And there's a space like that far from the seat that's on it to the back bar that Scott put higher for me because I keep hitting that. So if the seat was, and the seat's narrow, so the seat will be wider and it comes up a little bit more, and I shouldn't be hitting the back bar as much. So that's ordered. They figure it might be in next Saturday. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. So we just did rides around town this weekend because I didn't want to go far. But Scott's good. If I only tap him on the shoulder, he knows that's a sign to pull over and let me walk around, and he does that. Plus, we have to go back one day because we have helmets. We wear our helmets, and you should be able to talk to each other. We're having problems linking each other. I can link my YouTube and listen to YouTube all the day long in my helmet when I'm riding. Scott can listen to his music, but to link our voices is where we're having struggles. So we have to go back in, and they're going to work to get that set up for us right away. Because this is the first time I've been on the bike as much, because last year Scott only had his Timbs. Now he's got his license, so we can go all over together. So yesterday, Saturday, we did that, came home, and I wanted to get wood chips around the trees. And I had a lot of lawn clippings, so we loaded it up, went on and got emptied the lawn clippings, came back with the wood chips, did that, and then we watched a movie. And then Saturday night, I was sicker than a dog. We went for dinner, and oh my God, I was sick. Or no, we went for breakfast. Oh yeah, we went for breakfast and dinner, because at the highlight shop they had a little restaurant, so we had a quick croissant and egg there. And then we went to have just a dinner, nothing big, just a little family restaurant. But that evening, I got sicker than a dog. So Sunday, I hardly slept and I wasn't feeling too hot. So, my sister and brother-in-law came to get the plants, like I said. I think I said that. They were over here. And then they took us out to dinner. And then we came home. We took the bike, and then we took a little jet. Went to this pretty park and just sat there and got each other a lot of water. Kind of people watched for a while. And then we came home, and that was it for the weekend. Oh, Xavier bought Scott 12-pack of Mountain Dew, a Reese's peanut butter, king size candy bar, because he didn't know what to get Scott, and diamonds for presents coming in the mail. And they both wished, they called and wished Scott a happy Father's Day. Plus Xavier, of course, walked his over. He didn't call. He did call, but yeah, he was kind of like, are you home? Nope. So then once we got home, he brought home Scott's Father's Day present. But that is everything in a nutshell, guys. I know I've been yapping here for 26 minutes. So I'm going to call it a day. I want to thank you guys for watching. Let's see. I'm going to line this up and use this as my thumbnail. See if I can do this right. There we go. We'll just go steady. All right. As always, guys, be happy, be kind, be safe, be funny, be crafty, and bye for now.